If you find it really hard to accomplish your goals, I'm going to tell you exactly why and help you get past that. What I feel like the biggest problem is that there's this myth that says if we write our goals down, then we will achieve them just by simply writing them down. And while that is taking it a step further from just thinking about them, there's so much more to it. So if you're finding it hard to achieve your goals, I'm going to tell you exactly what you can do to get past that. That's going to help out tremendously. I'm not going to give you a step-by-step process. I'm going to give you a way of thinking about it that's going to help you out, because if you're finding it really difficult to achieve your goals and you're wondering, well, what's wrong with me? Well, it may be that there's nothing wrong with you, that it's just the way you're looking at it. So thinking that it's as simple as, well, I'm going to sit down for, an hour on January 1st and write out my goals and then I'll accomplish them, that's oversimplifying it. Just imagine if your friend told you that, yeah, today I'm going to go out and look for some land and build a house. You would realize you're not going to go out, buy land, and build a house all in one day. You realize that something like that is a process. So I want you to think of, trying to accomplish your goals like buying a house. Okay, think about it in those terms, that it is a huge investment. It's going to take any goal you set, whether it's something as small as, and I don't mean that this is a small and unchallenging goal, but something like I want to lose 20 pounds over the next 3 months, or something as huge as I want to 10x my company in the next 3 years. Both those goals are going to take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of planning. So now, I'm not saying that establishing goals and planning them out should take as long as buying land and building a house, but I am saying that it takes more than just writing them down and hoping they come true. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to actually plan out that goal. Just like buying a house takes a lot of planning. So when you're buying a house, you don't just go out and buy a house that day. You buy it according to what you need. You buy it according to whether you want a fixer-upper and do some things yourself. You buy it according to the town it's in, the school system, where you work. You're going to buy a house that fits the way you want to live and fits the needs. If you've got 8 kids, you're not going to buy a 2-bedroom home. So you're going to put a lot of thought into what kind of house, where it's going to be located, how much room, how much the payments are. You're going to put a lot of thought into that. And think about your goal in the same way. That when you set this goal, you want to think it through. And it's got to be a goal that matches the way you want to live. So setting a goal is really the same way. It's going to be a big investment, and it's going to be where you live for a while. So in accomplishing this goal, it's got to be a goal that matches who you're trying to become and matches the way you're trying to live. So you're going to have to think it through with a lot of different questions of how it's going to affect your relationships. How is this goal going to get you closer to being who you're trying to be? And how much time, attention, what are the resources I'm going to need to accomplish this goal? You're going to have to put some real thought into it, okay? And in order to answer questions like that, you actually have to sit down and really think through what makes me feel like I'm doing what I'm born to do. Dan Sullivan, the owner of Strategic Coach, talks a lot about everybody having a unique ability. Your goals should be aligned with you using your unique ability, putting thought into the goal if it's congruent with the way I live or congruent with the way I want to live, and is this getting me closer to that? The answer has to be yes. So you have to think it through, because until you get answers to those questions, it's really tough to make any progress on your goals, because if you don't see how it's connected to who you're trying to become, if it just becomes about accomplishing something or acquiring something, and it's not connected to who you really want to be and who you really want to be for others, you chances are you're going to give up on that goal because it's not going to have any value to you. And the more clearly you can define what your values are and how you add value to the world, the quicker you can move and accomplish your goals. So in other words, I like fixing things. I would much rather fix something than go buy something new. It's something that I discovered about myself over the years. I can do something as simple as changing my own brakes, right? I can hire somebody to do that. I can take my car somewhere and they can do that. But I get this intrinsic satisfaction from doing it myself. I really enjoy it. And so when I fix things, I add value to my world and I can add value to other people's world by fixing things, right? And it doesn't lock you into one type of goal or one type of job. That doesn't mean that if you like fixing things, you're going to be a mechanic. I mean, you could be a heart surgeon, or you could be a marriage counselor, or you could be a maintenance guy at an apartment complex. It's being able to do something that intrinsically aligns with your talents, your skills, and the way you add value to the world. So it may sound like that's really deep to go when you just have a goal to lose 20 pounds. But I guarantee you it's worth it because it will give you insight into how to set even bigger and bigger goals, and you're going to achieve them faster when you see how it aligns with your values and how you offer value to the world. It becomes really clear what you need to do and what you don't need to be doing to achieve your goals. So really there's no big or small goals because every goal, just like buying a house, whether it's a big house or a small house, it's still going to take an investment. It's still going to take time. It's still going to take planning. You're still going to hit bumps along the road. So whether it's big or small, if it's about helping you become who you're becoming, you treat it with the same amount of intention and intensity, no matter what the size. All right, thanks for watching, and I hope this really helped.